Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to Chatting Comics, where we talk about comic books and everything comic book related. I'm Comic Rob, in the comic room. Let's get into it. So today on Chatting Comics, we're going to be talking about a hero probably a lot of you haven't heard about before, because he's not from Marvel and he's not from DC. He is from Dynamite Comics. Some of you may not have heard it, but this is the Owl. The original Owl was created in 1940s from Dell Comics, but has now been taken over by Dynamite Comics since roughly about 1999. So this comic is actually from 2013, where we follow Nick, a New York private detective. But when the police tactics fail, Nick heads up to his hideout on top of a mountain. Yep, that's how awesome. To become the Owl. So that aside, this is where, for me, the comic gets kind of interesting and quite clever. He's almost a hero out of touch and a bit out of time kind of situation, because the criminals don't seem to fear him anymore. Because obviously the upgrades in weapons from the starting time, as you can see, the starting time of when he started his heroism was a bit dated. Now, in this modern era, things have changed. He has to change his tactics. From what I can tell, his abilities, he's still a very good fighter, but he still has his black light ability, which casts a veil of pitch black darkness to hide himself, to easily take down the bad guys. So I'm quite interested in this character. I'm going to have to buy more comics and read more just to find out everything about this character. This character is going to be quite in depth, I feel. But that's a journey I'm willing to take, and I can't wait. But I digress. This comic looks amazing. It's just so colourful and so vibrant. It's very different from the norm. When you look at like the Batman states and stuff like that, every Batman comic seems to get darker and darker and darker in just its colour palette, whereas this has kind of gone the opposite. They've really thrown in all the colours. I mean, the character is a dark purple rather than black, which we normally see in these darker Batman-esque characters. So it's kind of nice to see a difference. But that's all I've got to say on this one. I hope you enjoy it. If you see this on your journeys, then pick it up. I highly recommend it. So, what did you think, guys? What did you think of the Owl? The Owl? The Owl? Either way, I think it's absolutely wicked. I can't wait to get more of these so I can just see how they develop the character, if anything. It's a very much of a Batman-esque character, almost slightly more brutal in their universe. So I'm kind of intrigued to see how they develop it. But that is all from me, guys. Remember, you guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next video.